The squat is a fundamental movement pattern, but not everyone is built for the standard back squat. So here are 6 variations to try out.
Hold a dumbbell firm into your sternum, shoulder blades down and back, feet a little wider than shoulder width. Grip the floor with your feet. Use your glutes, hips to externally rotate your femurs. Torque the hips open. Lock your chin to your collarbones. Lock your ribs down to your pelvis. Drop into the deepest squat you can control with a neutral spine. And at the top, lock your ribs down again and avoid leaning back as a rest point. Set up your back foot laces down on a bench or the back of a lying hamstring curl machine. These rollers are phenomenal for this. Adjust your foot position so you can maintain a fairly vertical shin for these. Set up so that way you're not walking a tightrope. Drop into the lowest range of motion. You can maintain a neutral spine, allowing your back knee to bend. Your front knee can travel forward a little bit as long as your heel doesn't come off the ground. Keep your chin locked down to your collarbones, ribs locked down to your pelvis. Do reps on one leg, switch. The other side. Again, maximize your range of motion. Try to come all the way to the top. You can do this with a dumbbell goblet, regular barbell, safety bar. It all works. Okay, we set up like we would any other squat. Get the bar on your shoulders. You can do high bar or low bar. Walk it back to a box. That's going to be about parallel height or whatever works for your specific goal. Lock your chin down to your collarbones. Lock your ribs down to your pelvis. Brace your core. Reach back with your butt. Pause. Lock out at the top. Reach back. Avoid dropping uncontrolled. We don't want to bounce or try to skim. Control it. Sit back. Keep the hips open. Keep the knees out.
All right, guys, so when we're talking about the front squat, there are really 2 main things that we need to consider. And the first is going to be which grip we want to use. So we have 3 options here. The first option is going to be the clean grip. So for the clean grip, you want to get under, tuck the bar onto your collarbones. You're going to use 2 or 3 fingers that just going to support the bar. And bring your elbows up, pull yourself back. Go ahead. The second grip is going to be the cross grip. You just wrap your right hand to the left hand to the right. On racket, bring those elbows up. Go ahead and squat. For the third option is going to be with straps. All we're going to do here is we're going to set up, we're going to put a hand around each strap, do a single wrap around, bring it up, create that nice shelf, elbows up, and unwrap. All right, the second thing we need to consider with the front squat is we're really trying to bias a vertical torso angle in order to drive the knees over the toes and get lots of knee flexion. So I like elevating the heels for this. It doesn't matter if you do or you don't, that'll bias it a little bit more. But regardless of what you do, just think about keeping that torso upright, driving those knees forward over those toes, squat. All right, so for the Zercher squat, we're trying to employ the same idea as the front squat, where we're keeping the torso upright, a more vertical up and down squat pattern, and driving those knees over the toes. The difference is obviously that we have the bar at the crook of our elbows. That's going to be a lot more bicep, upper back, and core. So with the same idea, we have 2 different grips that we can use for the Zercher. The first one is going to be with both arms forward, not across. So this one is going to place a bit more of an emphasis on the upper back and the biceps and the core to keep that bar stable. You won't be able to use as much load. The second option is to put the hands together. So with this one, we're going to get a little bit more load, a little bit less stability from the upper back and biceps. This is the option that I often prefer because you can, so once we've decided what setup we're going to use, all we're going to do is set up the bar somewhere between your hips and sternum. We're going to get under, get a little bit of a reach away, take in some air, take a brace, step back. From here, you're going to assume your normal squat stance. Try to get that vertical squat pattern. Finish the set. Alright, so the safety squat bar squat is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to set up with the bar at a similar height to what you do for a back squat. You're going to get under it. The one thing that we need to think about is, while there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to grab the bar, sometimes if we grab it too far back, we're going to tip ourselves forward. And sometimes if we bring those elbows too far forward, that's when we're going to kind of fight against ourselves and be back. So I like getting it with a 45-degree angle here. From there, all you want to do is set up in that position, get some air, come down, comfortable squat stance, and then come back up.
If you enjoyed this information, hit that like button to let us know. Plus, if you never want to miss another T Nation video again, hit subscribe and that little notification bell right next to it.